So today we'll be learning a new topic. Overtaking sight distance is a subtopic under geometric design. Geometric design carries a very good marks in gate examination as well as in engineering services, and hence all the subtopics under this topic are important. All right. Having said that, let's see what exactly overtaking sight distance means. First, before we understand this sight distance, let's have an idea what exactly overtaking means. Right? If a vehicle is moving at a particular speed and it encounters another vehicle which is moving at a slightly or considerably lesser speed than the vehicle which we have discussed about, the former vehicle that we have discussed will definitely try to overtake it because it wants to reach its destination as fast as possible. Okay, so that is what overtaking means. What exactly sight distance means? Sight distance means some amount of distance is required for a driver to see. Now, overtaking sight distance, if you are putting them together, means the amount of sight distance required for a driver, to overtake. Right? So that's what it means. So little amount of definition I have given out here. This definition is not according to the books, but it will help you understand the concept. Okay, so conceptual understanding is way more important than just reading and memorizing the definitions. Fine. Okay, what it means: the sight distance required for a driver to overtake a slow-moving vehicle in front. So that's simple, right? One condition is there: overtaking sight distances are not provided for a single-lane road. Why it is not provided for a single-lane road? Because single-lane road width is 3.75. according to meters, according to IRC, and hence you cannot allow two vehicles to overtake because the width of the vehicles will be 2.44, right? 2.44 meters, and as I have already mentioned, 3.75 meters is the width of the single lane road. Now, imagine one vehicle which is moving at a slower speed or say lesser speed is of a width 3.44. Another vehicle of the same width is moving at a higher speed, encountering a slow moving vehicle ahead. It will not be able to overtake provided only 3.75 width of a single lane road, and hence overtaking sight distance is not provided for a single lane road. Right? Okay. So here I have drawn a picture, a visual understanding of what exactly is happening. Okay, right. So A here represents the fast-moving vehicle, or else the vehicle in which our driver, for whom we are designing this overtaking sight distance, is driver. Consider this driver wishes to overtake the slow-moving vehicle in front. First, to overtake it, he has to understand the vehicle in front of him is moving at a lesser speed. Alright? So, driver of vehicle A. So, driver of vehicle A or you can say tails driver of vehicle B, or let's say vehicle B itself. Alright? Understands that vehicle B is moving at a lesser speed, or else it is not the speed which he would prefer internally. Okay, now our consideration or assumption is this: that the driver of vehicle A wishes to drive at a design speed. Now we have definitely, if at all you have studied previous topics, for example sight distance and all those kind of things, you would know what exactly this design speed means. Now this driver wishes to go at design speed, but driver of vehicle B is not interested in moving at that speed. He is moving at lesser speed, wants to go to his destination at his leisure time. Alright? So this guy, the driver of vehicle A, decides to overtake vehicle B. Now when he is deciding, he is taking some amount of time. Right, that time is what we know as a reaction time. Reaction time is different for different aspects. For example, if you are interested in finding out reaction time for stopping sight distance, it would be 2.5 seconds according to IRC. It may differ in reality, but according to IRC it is 2.5 seconds. Whereas for overtaking side distance, IRC recommends reaction time of 2 seconds. Right. Now, vehicle A, or else the driver of vehicle A, has decided, and when he is deciding, he is moving at the same speed as that of the vehicle B. Let's name that speed as VB, okay, or else we can say it as velocity of B. Velocity of B. Fine. Now, velocity of B is now the velocity of A as well. Velocity of vehicle B is now the velocity of vehicle A. Now, this vehicle A is moving at the same speed for reaction time. Same speed at reaction time. Now, this is the distance it is traveling in this particular direction. Now, one more thing I have to mention here is whenever anybody is trying to overtake from the opposite side, they should see no one. Okay, they should see no one, and hence they can, without any kind of fear, can overtake the vehicle. If at all they are seeing any vehicle, definitely people would be afraid to overtake. Now, you also might have done it. Okay, you might have taken even a bike. If you are finding any vehicle approaching from the opposite side, just come back, behind the slow-moving vehicle. Same happens up here. So this driver, okay, he sees nobody is there, so he takes some time. In that time, he is traveling a distance of D1, moving to this point. Afterwards, what happens? Afterwards, he is overtaking. Now, assume, okay, there are two conditions. One is there is a vehicle coming from the opposite end. There is a vehicle coming from the opposite end. Alright? It may come just when he is starting to overtake, or else long after he is starting to overtake. He may be able to see it. Right? But what would be the worst condition? Worst condition would be as soon as he is starting to overtake, this vehicle appears. That would be the worst condition. Because if this condition is not satisfactory, collision will definitely take place. If at all, after a long time, the vehicle C is appearing, okay, maybe in that long time, overtaking is already completed. So the worst case scenario is, as soon as vehicle A or the driver of vehicle A starts to overtake, okay, vehicle C appears. Right now, so vehicle A is overtaking. It's taking this path. It is changing its lane. This is lane 1. This is lane 2. So vehicle A is changing its lane from 1 to 2, and it is overtaking vehicle B, which is moving from position P1 to P2 in the duration when the vehicle A is overtaking it. Alright, and now this distance of vehicle A overtaking vehicle B, changing its lane and again going back to its lane, that is what we call as D2. Simple. And the next part is D3, where, as I have already mentioned, the moment vehicle A has started to overtake, vehicle C has appeared. Now, vehicle C will not encounter any kind of slow-moving vehicle in front of it, and hence it will be traveling at same speed for which the road has been designed. So it would be design speed. So VD, right? So now this vehicle C is traveling at a design speed, has reached some distance, and let's assume that distance is that particular distance which it has traveled is exactly the distance, or else the position, or I would say exactly the position of front of the vehicle A, meaning the front of the vehicle C and the front of the vehicle A are meeting at some point. Okay, so this distance of vehicle C moving from a point of appearance to the point where they both share the same plane of the front, we call it as the distance d3. So if you know all these things, okay, if the vehicle is able to see this much amount of distance, this vehicle is able to see this much amount of vehicle, provided it should not see the vehicle C at this point, rather it should be seeing vehicle C at this point. I will repeat, vehicle A should not be able to see the vehicle C at the position A, rather it should be able to see vehicle C at the position of A1. Now what happens between A to A1? If at all A is coming to right, or else the driver is seated out here, little amount of distance he might move. If he encounters any kind of vehicle, he will go back to the position. So that's the idea, right? If he is not finding any vehicle, so he will overtake. When he is not finding any vehicle, he is overtaking. The moment he is overtaking, vehicle C appears. That is what our assumption is, and that for which we are designing the overtaking side distance. Okay, OSD here is D1 plus D2 plus D3. For D1 here, as I have already mentioned, would be VB, that is velocity of vehicle B multiplied by TR. Now here this is the speed of slow moving vehicle, even though this is A, which wants to travel at a higher speed. Now why I am saying that? Because at the initial stage it is moving at the same speed as that of the slow moving vehicle. That is the reason why it is VB multiplied by TR. Now what exactly is TR? TR is reaction time. According to IRC, for overtaking side distance, it is 2 seconds. Okay, I will write down here 2 seconds. Fine. Next is D3. Sorry, D2. Now what exactly is D2? As I have already mentioned, the time for our vehicle, meaning the vehicle A, to overtake and reach a safe position in the same lane which it started by changing in between, right? So it is starting out here, changing its lane, moving at a faster speed, overtaking. Here it is accelerating, then it is going back to the position of first lane. Now it is safe. Now it can travel at design speed. Alright. Now let's understand what exactly this D2 is. I would say D2 would be this distance, that is S1, this point to this point, and vehicle B is also moving. Vehicle B is moving. Okay, vehicle B has covered this much amount of distance. This is VB. That is the speed of the slow moving vehicle multiplied by how much time. So I would say, I would introduce one more time here, which would be capital D. Now what exactly capital D is? Capital D is the time required for overtaking. Okay, time required to overtake, you can say, overtake, right? So now vehicle A from position A1 to A2, whatever time it has taken, that is what we call as T, capital T. Now in this capital T time, vehicle B is also moving. It has moved this much amount of distance. We know the velocity of vehicle B, and we also know the time for which it has traveled. So we know this one, and this is what we have, and that is what I have written out here. VB, speed of the slow moving vehicle, multiplied by T, that is the time required for overtaking. S1, this is spacing. S2, this is spacing. That's it. So D2 is also quite clear. Now D3. D3 is equal to, okay, VD into capital D. Simple. Now look over here. Vehicle C appears at some point. Okay. Say the position we call it as C. It is moving at a design speed. It is reaching certain point. Now, what is the worst case scenario? It is appearing when the vehicle A started to overtake. Okay, so this point started to overtake, and it is meeting, or else it is sharing the same, or else line. Okay, with front to front line, you can say front to front line with A. So it is moving certain distance. What would be the time? It is appearing at the beginning of a start of overtaking, and this vehicle has just completed overtaking. and now they are sharing the front, or else the line of the front. Now what can you conclude? This vehicle has also traveled for time, capital D. So that's what we can conclude. Okay, now we know D1, D2, D3. Now what is the thing that we don't know here among the functions that we have out here? So VB is quite clear. If and all the value of VB has not been given. Okay, IRC says we should be taking VB is equal to VD minus 60, provided VD should be in KM. Now, an academy is an opportunity for all the students out there. What exactly it does? It provides you with free content and paid content. Now, free content, if you are a person who is confident, who is self-motivated, you definitely will be able to learn a lot with a free content of an academy. For the people who are interested in taking doubt clarification sessions, and they want to do little more with the help of the expert faculties out there with us, right? So what we can do is you can subscribe to an Academy Plus. Okay, now if and all you are interested in taking the subscription of an Academy Plus for say GATE coaching or say engineering services, you will get 10% off, right? If you are having any kind of course that our faculties have, different faculties have different codes. You can use any of these codes. You will be able to find out in YouTube. You'll be able to find out in different places the code of the faculty with which you will be able to avail 10% discount. Okay. Now, why to go for an academy and why to go for an academy plus? Now, first thing, why to go for an academy? Because we have expert faculties teaching almost all the topics in a very easy way for you to understand and apply when it comes to examination. You will be able to learn everything, almost everything which is required for GATE examination. Second, why to go for an academy plus? Everything is there in an academy. Why to go for an academy plus? So the reason why you should be going for an academy plus is some people will have doubts. They have seen the video, they have doubts. So for them, a doubt clarification sessions will be arranged. What else we will give? We will be able to give you, a proper, orientation or say mentorship program. Some mentor will be in contact with you, how much amount of preparation you have made, and there will be weekly tests and all other things as well, which will make you, think about what exactly you are doing, where you are standing in the preparation, how much more effort you are supposed to put, and so on and so forth. So I personally believe that this opportunity, an Academy Plus, is the best opportunity for you. The reason is, if you go anywhere out in any other institute, they will not have any liberty to understand how the students are arranging the money. Liberty would not be the proper word, but just you understand what I'm trying to say. So we here will be giving you time to pay the amount. It can take a lot of time to pay the amount, right? So throughout the year you will be taking a time to pay the amount. So that is one advantage you have, and you have another advantage where by paying token fee, that is small amount of fee, that is first installment itself, you will be able to have an access to almost everything. Rather in other institutes, they will ask you to pay everything and then get a few benefits. Rather here, you will be getting everything at the beginning, okay, and you will get doubt clarification sessions as well, on the longer run. So, an Academy Plus, you would be able to get at an affordable price, and you would be given lot of time to pay the amount as well. So keeping that in mind, okay, I would recommend that you should be going with an Academy Plus. And if you are completely confident, there isn't any need for you to go to even for an Academy Plus. You can just use the videos in an Academy, and you can perform well in the examination. With that, thank you very much. If you like the video, please definitely like it. Alright, with that, thank you very much.